Now, speaking of depopulation, we also have replacement going on. Today, as we record this, we have seen the Home Office release statistics that show that the government has broken a new record. Well done, Conservative government. But it's not a record we should be proud of. In 2023, the Conservatives handed out a record number of visas. Home Office data released reveals that 1,395,000 visas were dished out in 2023. Now that's up from, my tweet there is incorrect, that's up 2,000 from the year before. They're going in the wrong direction. Now, 2022 stats, they said, it's because of the Ukraine situation. That's not the same in 2023. What's the excuse going to be this time around? Why is immigration still going up? I want to show you just a very, very quick clip that will highlight how sincere this problem is and how long it's been going on.
And I believe that that will mean net migration to this country will be in the order of tens of thousands each year, not the hundreds of thousands every year that we've seen over the last decade.
I mean, it says it all, doesn't it? It's silly and it's ridiculous, but that's where we are. They came into office promising to control immigration. They've done neither. It's skyrocketing. Legal immigration is at record highs. Illegal immigration is at record highs. And at the same time, Brits are no longer having babies. And at the same time, we're being introduced to the death cult of euthanasia and abortion. What is the plan that's going on there? Is there a plan, or is this just incompetence? I'd like to get your thoughts on that. But it seems to me there's no way out of it. That's the problem. Democracy is not a solution. It's not working. We have no legitimate way to vote out of this problem. Vote for the Conservatives, you get this. Vote for the Labour Party, we're going to get the same, but even worse. So what do we do? Now, I know people will probably be thinking, well, vote for a third party. I would agree. I would definitely tend to agree. But people don't do it. We are tribal in this nation. People in certain areas vote for Labour, people in other areas vote for the Conservatives, and we never shift from that mentality. When are we going to wake up to this uni-party and realize that neither of them are in it for our benefits? Neither of them think themselves representatives of us anymore. They think they are our rulers, and they think they can abuse the system to their own benefit. So I'd like to see, if we can't find a democratic solution, I'd like to see what other solution people can come up with. I am ready for a revolution. Now, speaking of revolutions, the barbarians are in the doors. They're in the gates. We've let them in. We've assessed this issue previously, but today I don't want to talk about the Mohammedans taking over the United Kingdom. I want to talk about the Mohammedan problem around the world, because it's not just at home, it's everywhere, and it's getting worse. We have seen a young woman being absolutely abused by, here we go. This is why, when people say I've got so many phobias, it's hard to keep up. When people say you're Islamophobic, this is what I point to. Yeah, I am phobic of that. I do not want to see that in any culture. My culture, foreign culture, I think it's wrong, it's evil. This is Islam. This is Mohammedanism. To all the liberals who are saying, don't be Islamophobic, it's just a religion of peace. This is what that religion perpetrates. If you want to see that at home, you keep pushing it. I will keep fighting against it. Like, I can't watch the video. It's absolutely disgusting that people can treat a woman like that. Men are supposed to provide and protect women. These are not men. These are animals. Let's go over to Palestine. Now, sorry, to Mecca. There's no such place. I just say Palestine because there's a Palestinian flag, right? This is the flag of the terrorist around London. They get away with it on the London Bridge. We showed video footage last time that they took it over. They're taking over London. However, in Mecca, homeland of the Mohammedans, like that, it gets taken down. They don't want that rubbish. The rest of the Mohammedans do not want that Palestinian rubbish. They know they're terrorists. They know they're bad people. They don't want it. What does that say for us that we are willing to put up with it and they're not? Now, let's have a listen to what this chap Jack has to say. Very, very brave young chap. Just saying addressing the problem as he sees it.
Have been importing
the issue of Mohammedanism in this country and where it's taken us.
British politicians have been importing a foreign population with foreign interests for decades. Foreign criminals, terrorists, their sympathisers and their offsprings have been targeting, injuring and killing ordinary British citizens over those decades, whether that is the murder of Lee Rigby, the Manchester Arena bombings, or the mass grooming of young girls in Rotherham. This is the reality for ordinary citizens across our country, and it is only getting worse. This week, politicians in Westminster received a taste of what the rest of us have been living with. They were threatened, they were shouted at, they were scared. Some MPs were reportedly crying as a mob descended outside of Parliament on the issue of Gaza, and crowds gathered in their constituencies. MPs are worried for their safety, worried that they will be attacked or targeted by the very same people they allowed into our country. So of course they will be given extra protection.
It's hard not to say good, isn't it? It's difficult not to be pleased with that, but of course we shouldn't. MPs are reaping what they've sowed. For so long they've said, oh, but we can't address the Mohammedan problem because, our diversity, inclusion and equality are good things and they will be compromised if we address the problem. This is why for so long our MPs, our police forces, our local councillors, every single part of the institution has been covering up for Pakistani Muslim grooming gangs. Well, not even grooming gangs, they are rape gangs. They rape young girls. It is the gravest evil, right? And this is what has been covered up by these very same MPs. But now the roost is coming home. This is the issue. Now they are receiving the threats. They are seeing the toxicity and the extremism that is Mohammedanism. And now they are afraid. Like I say, it would be easy to say, well, yeah, good. But of course, it's not a good problem. What we have to hope for is that they'll finally come up with a solution.
They will be insulated from their own political decisions. The rest of us, presumably, will just have to put up with it.
And that has been the problem for so long. The Islington elite have been insulated from this problem, but now it's reaching their doorstep and they're afraid to walk into the Houses of Parliament because people are outside, hostile, aggressive, Palestinian flag waving, terrorist supporting, Hamas supporting Mohammedans are outside. Now they want to address it.
However, I suspect we won't just put up with it. I certainly will not be. The public reaction to politicians in Westminster being concerned for their own safety has been one of complete indifference and anger that they are finally facing the consequences of their own political decisions. MPs will get zero sympathy. You reap what you sow.
Oh, he said it. He said the words.
It is time to replace every single one of them.
That's British the truth. That is the truth. We have to drain the swamp. We have to get all of these complicit, careerist members of parliament out of those houses of parliament. We have to find a way to elect sound individuals who care about this country, patriots. Thank you for watching my Common Sense Crusade. If you'd like to watch the whole show, you can subscribe to lotuseaters.com for as little as £5 per month, and then you get access to a bank of content as well. My show is 3 p.m. every Thursday. See you there. Deus Vult.